This man loves you so much, but he has another woman who, don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, and I mean right now, because the timing of you seeing these words is already divine alignment moving on your behalf, and your spirit can feel it, your chest can feel it, something in you is already whispering, this is for me, and you're right, so don't you dare scroll. There is a man out there, and he loves you in a way he didn't plan, didn't expect, didn't prepare for, a way that scares him because it feels too deep, too powerful, too spiritually familiar, and listen to this, because your heart needs it right now. He didn't fall for you casually, he didn't fall for you in a moment of boredom or loneliness, he fell for you in a way that made his soul feel awake for the first time in years. But here's where the tension starts, and don't scroll because this will shake your spirit. He has another woman in his life, someone who has been standing in a place she was never spiritually meant to hold, someone who may be with him physically but has never touched him emotionally the way you have, someone he has history with but no real destiny with, and he has been wrestling with this in silence, feeling torn between what he knows is familiar and what his heart knows is divine. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now. He acts calm, he acts distant, he acts like he's moved on, but internally he's unraveling, because loving you has opened a part of him he tried to keep buried, a part of him that whispers your name even when he tries not to think about you, a part of him that dreams about you, literally dreams about you, and he wakes up with your face in his mind, your voice echoing in his chest, and your energy wrapped around him like a memory he can't put down. Don't scroll, stay with this, because God is revealing something he has been hiding even from himself. He is trying to love someone he does not love, he is trying to stay in a place where he no longer spiritually belongs, and every day that he fights this inner truth, the more he realizes that his connection with you wasn't a coincidence, it was alignment, it was timing, it was soul recognition. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now. Your energy did something to him, something sacred, something powerful, something that no other woman, including the one he is with now, has ever been able to do. You awakened him. You made him feel something real. You made him feel seen, understood, safe, alive. And the other woman knows it. Don't scroll, she feels the shift, she senses the distance, she notices the way he zones out, the way he shuts down, the way he goes quiet like he's somewhere else, someone else, with someone else. She knows you exist energetically even if she doesn't know your name, and listen to this, because your heart needs this right now. She feels threatened because she can sense that she has his presence, but you have his soul. Don't scroll, because this is where it gets even deeper. He has been asking God for clarity, asking for signs, asking for confirmation, and every time he does, he sees something connected to you. Angel numbers when he thinks of you, your initials somewhere random, your birthday numbers on a license plate, a dream where you say nothing but everything at the same time, music that reminds him of you, strangers using phrases you used to say. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now. He's not ignoring these signs, he's just afraid of them, because he knows that if he follows what God is showing him, everything in his life is going to change, and he has been holding on to the other woman not out of love, but out of fear, fear of starting over, fear of disappointing people, fear of choosing the unknown, even when the unknown is where God placed his heart. Don't scroll, this part is going to speak directly to your spirit. The reason you've been feeling his energy so intensely, the reason you sometimes think of him out of nowhere, the reason you feel his emotions like they're your own, is because the cord between you two is spiritual, not emotional. He connects to you in the quiet, in the stillness, in the late hours when everyone else is asleep and his truth becomes louder than his excuses. Listen, your heart needs this right now. God is about to shake something in his life, not to hurt him, but to wake him up, to confront him, to force him to choose what is aligned rather than what is convenient. He cannot keep both worlds anymore. He cannot keep pretending he's happy where he is. He cannot keep trying to replace the divine with the familiar. Don't scroll, because this is the breakthrough. God is exposing the truth to him, piece by piece, moment by moment, emotion by emotion, and the other woman cannot hold on to a man whose spirit is already drifting toward his divine connection. And listen to this, your heart needs this right now. God is telling you not to chase, not to force, not to beg, not to lower yourself, because the man who truly loves you is being spiritually pulled toward you in ways he can no longer deny. What is meant for you is already moving in your direction. Don't scroll, the shift has already begun. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and I promise you the timing of this message isn't random, it's divine, intentional, and perfectly aligned with what your spirit has been wrestling with in silence. The man who loves you so deeply, but still has another woman lingering in his life, has entered a breaking point, a spiritual collision between what his heart wants and what his habits have held on to, and whether he admits it or not, he is unraveling inside. He cannot keep pretending that the life he's living is the life he wants, and every day the weight of that truth gets heavier. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now. He's been distracted, unable to focus, zoning out at the wrong times, losing sleep, losing interest in conversations with her, because his spirit keeps drifting toward you in ways he can't control. This isn't just guilt. This isn't confusion. This is awakening. Something in him is realizing that he can't build a future with someone who doesn't speak to his soul, who doesn't inspire him, who doesn't calm him, who doesn't challenge him in the way you do. There's a depth he feels with you that he can't recreate with her no matter how long he stays or how hard he tries. Don't scroll, keep listening. Every time he's around her, he feels the absence of you. Every time he looks at her, something in him whispers, "This isn't where you belong." And she feels it. She feels the shift in his energy, the slow withdrawal, the emotional silence, the way he's physically there but spiritually somewhere else. She sees him becoming someone she can't reach, and instead of releasing him, she's trying to hold on tighter, trying to guilt him, trying to manipulate his emotions, trying to remind him of the past to keep him trapped. But listen to this, your heart needs it right now, the past cannot compete with destiny. And you, whether you know it or not, are part of his destiny. Don't scroll, this next part will speak directly into your spirit. He has been trying to distract himself from thinking about you by throwing himself into routine, into work, into conversations with her, into responsibilities, but the moment his mind goes quiet, your face appears. Your voice echoes. Your energy fills the room. Your memory wraps around him like a truth he can't escape. He remembers the way you made him feel, safe, understood, seen, understood in a way he can't explain. He remembers the softness in your eyes, the gentleness in your presence, the way your spirit touched him without even trying. And listen to this, your heart needs it right now, he has never felt that with anyone else. Don't scroll, because you need to hear this next part. His soul knows the truth even when his mind resists it. His emotions know the truth even when his circumstances fight it. His heart knows the truth even when fear tries to silence it. This is why he's restless. This is why he's distant. This is why he's quiet. This is why he's conflicted. He knows you are the one who awakened something real in him, something pure, something spiritually aligned. But admitting that truth means he has to confront everything he's been avoiding. And that scares him. But listen, your heart needs this right now. God is not going to let him run from this much longer. God is exposing his emotions. God is making him confront his desires. God is showing him that comfort is not the same as connection, and obligation is not the same as love. Don't scroll, the revelation gets deeper. Every argument he's having with her now is divinely orchestrated. Every moment of emotional discomfort is a spiritual push. Every silent drive, every sleepless night, every moment of irritation around her is God saying, "This season is ending." And while he may not have confessed this to you, he has thought about leaving. He has imagined a life without the chaos, without the confusion, without the emotional heaviness. He has imagined peace. And the picture of peace in his mind is you. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now. The reason you've been feeling his energy, the reason you've sensed his sadness, the reason you've had moments where your chest felt heavy out of nowhere, is because he is spiritually tied to you. He feels you, and you feel him. This connection is not normal. It's soul-based, divine, guided. And whether he wants to admit it or not, you are the woman his spirit chooses every time. Don't scroll, because this is the part you've been waiting for. He is reaching the moment where he can no longer ignore the truth. Something is coming, an emotional breakdown, a confession, a message, a shift, that will expose everything he has been hiding. God is preparing him to face his truth and preparing you to receive clarity. The confusion is ending. The hesitation is ending. The emotional triangle is ending. And what God is aligning cannot be blocked by another woman, another fear, or another season. Listen to this, your heart needed this confirmation. He loves you, and soon, very soon, he will have to choose the path God has been calling him toward. And that path leads straight to you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit just reacted as you read these words is proof that this message was meant to find you today. Something is shifting in this man's life so quickly, so intensely, so spiritually that he can no longer pretend he's okay, and he can no longer pretend he doesn't feel you pulling on his heart from miles away. He's been living in an emotional storm, and listen to this, your heart needs it right now. He is realizing more and more each day that the woman he's with doesn't understand him, doesn't hear him, doesn't see him the way you do, and the cracks in that connection are becoming impossible to ignore. She feels him slipping away, and that's why her behavior has changed. She's more suspicious, more clingy, more emotional, more unpredictable, because she knows she's losing the emotional grip she once had. But here's the truth he won't admit out loud. She's losing him because he was never hers at the soul level, and don't scroll because this part is going to hit your spirit. He was spiritually tied to you long before he ever knew how to put that into words. Listen, your heart needs this right now. Whenever she tries to get closer, he pulls away without knowing why. Whenever she asks deeper questions, he shuts down. Whenever she tries to spark emotional intimacy, something in him goes numb. He's not cold toward her because he's heartless. He's cold because his heart is somewhere else. And that, somewhere else, is the exact place where your energy lives. Don't scroll, because you need to hear what God is revealing. He has been trying to choose her logically while God keeps pulling him toward you spiritually. He has been trying to silence his intuition, ignore the signs, deny the dreams, and talk himself out of what he feels, but every time he thinks he's moved on, you show up again. Not physically, but spiritually. In his thoughts. In his dreams. In his emotions. In those quiet moments when his guard drops and his truth rises. Listen, your heart needs this right now. You are the peace he looks for when he's overwhelmed. You are the face he sees when he imagines the future. You are the voice he wants to hear when his world feels heavy. You are the softness his heart keeps searching for in the wrong places. Don't scroll, because this is where everything shifts. God has been nudging him, guiding him, exposing everything he has been trying to avoid. He's realizing he can't build a life with someone who doesn't match his soul frequency, doesn't speak his spiritual language, doesn't carry the emotional depth he craves. He's tired of pretending. He's tired of explaining himself to someone who can't understand him. He's tired of forcing feelings that don't exist anymore. And listen to this, your heart needs it right now. The more tired he becomes emotionally, the closer he moves toward truth. And that truth is you. Don't scroll, your spirit needs this confirmation. The distance you've been feeling from him, the sudden emotional waves, the random moments where you feel sadness that isn't yours, those aren't coincidences. Those are energetic signals being sent from his heart to yours. He's grieving something that hasn't even ended yet. He's mourning a connection he knows he has to leave. He's struggling with the guilt of hurting someone who should have walked away a long time ago. But the heaviness you're sensing is his. Listen, your heart needs this right now. There's a conversation coming, a moment of truth, a confession that will shift the dynamics entirely. He cannot keep pretending. He cannot keep lying to himself. He cannot keep avoiding what God is showing him. His soul is restless. His emotions are overflowing. His peace is disappearing. And everything in his life is pushing him toward a decision he has avoided for far too long. Don't scroll, this next part is the breakthrough. God is not allowing him to stay in a spiritually dead situation when his anointed connection is calling him forward. That other woman may be doing everything in her power to keep him, but no amount of effort can compete with divine alignment. What God connects, confusion cannot break. What God anoints, fear cannot block. What God ordains, no other woman can replace. And listen to this, your heart needs it right now. He is finally waking up to the truth he feared the most. He loves you in a way that goes beyond logic, beyond timing, beyond circumstances, beyond anything he has ever felt, and that love will soon become too powerful for him to hide. Don't scroll, stay here. His soul is preparing for a shift, and the moment he chooses truth over fear, you're going to feel it instantly. The emotional fog will lift. The confusion will dissipate. The spiritual distance will vanish. And everything that felt stuck will suddenly begin to move. The love he has for you is real, deep, and spiritually rooted, and he is finally reaching the place where he can no longer pretend that anything else compares. Listen, your heart needed this confirmation. The breakthrough is closer than you think. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and if you feel that tug in your spirit, that tightness in your chest, that sudden awareness rising inside you, it's because what you're about to hear is aligning directly with what your soul has already sensed. This man, the one who loves you deeper than he ever meant to, the one who tries to hide it behind silence and distance, has officially reached a point where the emotional pressure inside him is boiling over, and he can't keep pretending his feelings for you don't exist. But here's the part you need to hear. Your heart needs this right now. The woman he's with is starting to panic, because she feels the shift happening in his spirit. She sees the way he looks lost even when she's right next to him. She hears the emptiness in his voice when he responds. She notices that he's detached, unbothered, and uninterested in conversations that used to matter. And don't scroll, this is important. She can tell his mind is elsewhere, and even though he hasn't said your name, she feels your presence in the silence. She knows he's thinking about someone, and deep in her intuition, she knows that someone is you. Listen, your heart needs this right now. He's been going through emotional cycles. One moment he tries to convince himself he should stay, the next moment he feels an overwhelming pull toward you. One moment he tells himself he can make it work where he is, the next moment he feels spiritually suffocated. One moment he tries to act normal, the next moment he feels like he's living a lie. Don't scroll, stay with this. He has been trying to hide these emotions from the other woman, but energy doesn't lie, and she feels him slipping. So she's doing everything she can to hold on. Overreacting, arguing more, trying to guilt him, trying to please him in ways she never did before, trying to bind him emotionally because she knows she's losing the battle spiritually. But listen, your heart needs this right now. You cannot lose a man who was never hers in spirit. He may have given her time, but he gave you something far deeper, his heart. Don't scroll, this next part will make everything click. He has realized that the emotional connection he has with her is surface level, temporary, shallow compared to the depth he feels with you. He's realizing that he doesn't grow with her. He just stays the same. He doesn't feel inspired with her, he feels drained. He doesn't feel chosen, he feels obligated. But with you? Listen, your heart needs this right now. With you he feels understood. With you he feels seen. With you he feels motivated. With you he feels spiritually aligned. With you, he feels like he can breathe. This is why he keeps coming back to you energetically even if he hasn't physically returned, because his soul isn't connected to her anymore. Don't scroll, you need to hear this. God has been allowing the emotional frustrations between them to increase, not to break him, but to wake him up. Every argument is a message. Every silent moment is a sign. Every uncomfortable feeling is a divine nudge. He's realizing that the peace he wants doesn't exist where he is. His heart has stopped choosing her. His spirit has stopped choosing her. His future doesn't include her. And he's trying to understand why the more he tries to let you go, the more God brings you back into his awareness. Listen, your heart needs this right now, because you were never meant to be a temporary piece of his journey, you were meant to be the destination his spirit recognizes before his mind catches up. Don't scroll. This is the revelation. He's feeling your energy stronger now than ever because God is pushing him toward truth. He's waking up from emotional numbness, from personal confusion, from the fear of starting over, and he's beginning to understand that staying where he is will cost him his destiny. And listen to this, your heart needs it now, you are his destiny. You are the one his soul calls to. You are the connection that feels like home. You are the peace he's been praying for. Even if he hasn't told you, he feels you pulling away, and it scares him. He feels your silence, and it shakes him. He feels your distance, and it forces him to confront what he's been avoiding. Don't scroll, the shift is happening. Something is about to break in his life, an illusion, a lie, an attachment, a cycle, and when it breaks, clarity is going to hit him harder than ever. He will no longer be able to pretend. He will no longer be able to settle. He will no longer be able to stay in a place that keeps him spiritually asleep. God is preparing him to choose truth over habit, love over convenience, destiny over fear. And the moment he steps into that truth, everything in your connection will begin to move. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the way your spirit is pulling you toward these words is confirmation that God is trying to show you something deeper than what your eyes can see. This man, the one who loves you more than he ever meant to, the one who can't shake your energy no matter how hard he tries, is entering a moment of truth that is shaking his entire emotional world, and he can't hide from it anymore. Listen, your heart needs this right now. He's starting to realize something powerful. Every time he tries to move forward with that other woman, something in his spirit feels off, disconnected, forced, like he's living a life that doesn't match the rhythm of his soul. And don't scroll, because you need to understand this. He isn't confused about his feelings for you. He's confused about why he stayed somewhere he stopped belonging a long time ago. He's waking up now. He sees how unhappy he truly is. He sees how much he shrank himself to keep the peace. He sees how much he lost pieces of himself trying to maintain a relationship that was built on comfort, not love. And listen, your heart needs this right now. You are the reminder of the version of himself he misses. You are the spark he hasn't felt in years. You are the peace he's been craving in silence. You are the connection that feels like destiny, not obligation. Don't scroll, because this is where things start shifting quickly. The arguments between him and the other woman are increasing, the emotional tension is growing, and the silence between them is getting louder. She can feel him emotionally withdrawing, and the more she tries to pull him closer, the more distant he becomes. She thinks she's losing him because he's stressed, overwhelmed, tired, but deep down she knows she's losing him because his heart is somewhere else. And listen to this, your heart needs it right now. She can sense he's already emotionally left, even if he hasn't physically walked away yet. Don't scroll, because this part is important. He has been reflecting on the moments he shared with you, the laughter, the conversations, the eye contact, the spiritual chemistry that neither of you could explain. Those moments are replaying in his mind over and over, and no matter how much time passes, they still feel real, alive, warm. He's comparing everything, not intentionally, but because his spirit is telling him the truth his mind has been too scared to face. And that truth is simple: what he felt with you wasn't temporary. It wasn't convenience. It wasn't a phase. It was soul recognition. Listen, your heart needs this right now. He's been seeing signs everywhere. Angel numbers hitting him at the exact moment he thinks about you, songs playing that remind him of your connection, dreams where you appear and speak without words, moments where he feels your energy even when he's alone. And each of these signs is awakening him more. He's realizing he can't build a future in a place where God removed the foundation. He's realizing he can't silence emotions God planted. He's realizing he can't deny the connection heaven aligned. Don't scroll, stay with this. He feels your silence deeply. He feels the distance you've created. He feels the emotional boundary you set. And it's affecting him more than he lets on. Your absence has become louder than her presence. Your silence is teaching him more than her conversation. Your distance is forcing him to confront everything he's been avoiding. Listen, your heart needs this right now. He is afraid, not of losing her, but of losing you permanently. That fear is pushing him to a breaking point where he can no longer pretend. Don't scroll, because God is revealing the next part. The emotional collapse he's experiencing is divine intervention. God is removing the illusions, breaking the attachments, and exposing the truth. He's beginning to see that staying with her means betraying the calling in his heart. He's beginning to see that you weren't a distraction, you were the awakening. He's beginning to see that his feelings for you were never meant to fade, they were meant to guide him. And listen, your heart needs this right now. The shift happening in him is unstoppable. He's starting to pray differently. He's asking for guidance. He's asking for clarity. He's asking for peace. And every time he prays, God redirects his spirit to you. Don't scroll, because here comes the breakthrough. A moment is coming, a revelation, a confrontation, a divine push, where he will no longer be able to deny the truth. He will have to choose between comfort and destiny, between habit and alignment, between fear and love. And God is preparing him to choose correctly. The emotional storm is not meant to destroy him, it's meant to detach him from everything that isn't meant for him. And listen, your heart needs this final truth: he is moving toward you, spiritually, emotionally, energetically. What's meant for you is getting closer. The shift is happening. The awakening is real. The connection is aligning. Don't scroll, because everything is about to change. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the reason you feel that pressure in your spirit is because what you're about to hear is aligning with everything you've been sensing but couldn't put into words. This man, the one whose heart is spiritually tied to yours, the one who cannot shake your energy no matter how far he runs, is entering the deepest part of his awakening yet, and he's realizing that the life he's been living has been built on a foundation that can no longer hold him. He's exhausted, emotionally drained, spiritually restless, and no matter how much he tries to push those feelings away, God keeps bringing him back to the truth: he is not in love with the woman he's with. Listen, your heart needs this right now. He has been trying to convince himself that he can make it work, that he can settle, that he can force feelings, that he can ignore the pull he feels toward you, but his spirit is rejecting everything that isn't aligned. He's losing interest in conversations with her, not because he's cold, but because his heart isn't being fed there. He's losing patience with the dynamic, losing energy in the connection, losing himself in the process of staying in a relationship where his soul has already left. Don't scroll, because this part matters. He feels like he's drowning emotionally, and the more he tries to hide it, the heavier the weight becomes. The other woman thinks he's distant because he's stressed, but deep down she knows the truth. She knows there's someone else who lives in his heart, someone he hasn't let go of, someone he still dreams about, someone whose energy he's still connected to, and that someone is you. She senses it in the way he goes quiet when her name should excite him. She senses it when he avoids emotional intimacy. She senses it when he texts slower, responds shorter, and acts like he's mentally somewhere else. And listen, your heart needs this right now. She knows you exist spiritually even if she doesn't know your name. Don't scroll, here's the truth he's wrestling with. He's realizing that he doesn't want to build a future that doesn't include you. He's realizing that every time he imagines a life he actually wants, you appear in it. He's realizing that what he feels with you goes beyond emotion, it's soul memory, spiritual comfort, divine recognition. He can't feel that with her no matter how hard he tries. And he has tried. He tried to move on. He tried to forget. He tried to replace you. But replacing a soulmate connection is impossible. Listen, your heart needs this right now. Your silence, your distance, your absence, those are the things that woke him up. At first he tried to pretend it didn't bother him. He told himself he was fine. He told himself he could forget. But when you pulled back, something inside him broke. He didn't expect the silence from you to hurt as much as it did. He didn't expect the distance to affect him so deeply. He didn't expect the emotional separation to expose what his heart truly wanted. But it did. And now he can't unsee it. Don't scroll, because this is the part God is highlighting. His emotional world is falling apart not because of punishment, but because of redirection. God is removing everything he used to hide behind, comfort, routine, denial, fear, so he can finally confront the truth. He is being pushed into a season of honesty, a season of clarity, a season where he can no longer lie to himself about who he loves and who he doesn't. The woman he's with feels the shift so intensely that she's trying harder than ever to hold him, but the more she tries, the more God pushes him toward the exit. Listen, your heart needs this right now. He is being spiritually separated from anything that blocks his destiny. Don't scroll, because this breakthrough is already happening. He's starting to see the patterns, the arguments that show him the connection is dead, the emotional distance that shows him he's forcing something that isn't aligned, the urge to withdraw when he's around her, the heaviness he feels when he tries to pretend. And in the middle of that emotional chaos, he feels you. He feels the peace your memory carries. He feels the comfort your energy brings. He feels the truth his heart whispers. And he's finally beginning to accept that the love he feels for you isn't going away, it's growing. Listen, your heart needs this right now. There is a moment coming, a moment of emotional breaking, a moment of spiritual confrontation, a moment where he will finally face the truth he's been running from. He cannot build a life with someone his heart no longer chooses. He cannot keep pretending. He cannot keep lying to himself. He cannot keep sacrificing his own happiness to avoid hurting someone else. God is giving him clarity, and with that clarity comes courage. Don't scroll, because this next part is your confirmation. The shift happening in him is leading toward a decision that will shock the people around him, a decision that will free his spirit, a decision that will open the door toward the destiny he's meant to walk into. And listen closely, because your heart needs this right now. That destiny includes you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your heart needs this right now, and the reason your spirit feels that pressure, that heaviness, that strange mix of hope and fear, is because you are about to hear the truth your soul has been waiting for. This man, the one who loves you deeper than he understands, the one whose heart calls your name even when his mouth stays silent, is standing at the edge of the biggest emotional shift of his life, and the weight of this decision is changing everything inside him. He can't pretend anymore. He can't fake happiness anymore. He can't stay where his soul is shrinking. And listen, your heart needs this right now. He knows he's about to lose something, whether it's the woman he's been with or the woman his soul has always chosen. He knows the path he takes next determines everything. He knows he can no longer run from the truth God has been revealing, and that truth is that you are the woman who awakened him spiritually, not the woman who kept him comfortable. Don't scroll, because this is the part where the connection between you two becomes undeniable. His thoughts keep drifting back to you at the most unexpected moments, while he's driving, while he's working, while he's sitting in silence, while he's pretending to pay attention to conversations he doesn't care about. Your name sits in his chest like a truth that refuses to leave. Your absence is louder now than her presence has ever been. Your energy feels like home to him, and every day it becomes harder for him to deny that the peace he feels with you is the peace his soul has been searching for. Listen, your heart needs this right now. He's been fighting tears he can't explain, frustration he can't hide, and confusion he can't push down anymore. He's been waking up at night with thoughts of you, feeling your energy as if you're right there in the room. He's been replaying memories, replaying conversations, replaying moments when he felt seen in a way no one else ever made him feel. And he knows, deeply, painfully, that he doesn't feel that with the woman he's with now. Don't scroll, because God is revealing something major. This man is about to reach the point where staying where he is becomes too heavy, too draining, too spiritually suffocating. God is making the wrong connection uncomfortable so he can no longer force it. Arguments will intensify. Emotional distance will grow. Silence will become unbearable. Every attempt to fix what's broken will fall apart. And listen, your heart needs this right now. This collapse is not punishment. It's alignment. It's God removing him from what was never meant to hold his heart. Don't scroll, this next part is going to hit your spirit. He's afraid of hurting someone, afraid of starting over, afraid of making the wrong choice, but more than anything, he's afraid of losing you forever. He can feel you slipping away. He can feel your energy pulling back. He can feel your spirit protecting itself. And that scares him more than anything he's dealing with in his current situation. Your silence is forcing him to confront everything he's been hiding from. Your distance is revealing the truth he tried to run from. Your absence is teaching him that you were not an option, you were alignment. Listen, your heart needs this right now. God has been whispering to him, nudging him, guiding him, sending signs, sending dreams, sending synchronicities that all lead back to you. As the other connection collapses, the spiritual cord between you two grows stronger. He's beginning to understand that love doesn't fade when it's real, it deepens. It intensifies. It returns even after distance. And what he feels for you keeps returning, no matter how far he tries to run. Don't scroll, stay with this. There is a moment coming, a conversation, a message, a confession, that will shift everything. This moment will come when he can no longer carry the weight of pretending. When he can no longer silence the truth his heart screams. When he finally realizes that living a lie is more painful than facing the truth. And listen closely, your heart needs this final piece. He is moving toward you emotionally, spiritually, intuitively, even if you can't see the physical movement yet. God is preparing his heart. God is breaking down everything false. God is pulling him toward the connection that was written, not the one that was convenient. And soon, very soon, he will have to choose. Not between you and her, but between fear and destiny. And destiny is where you are.